皆さんお疲れ様です。このチャンネルでは漫画や映画を英語で紹介することで、飽きずに楽しく英語を勉強することを目的としています。英語を聞くことを毎日の習慣としてリスニング力を伸ばしましょう。それでは本日のリスニング学習スタートです。
Hello everyone. Welcome to the English Listening Studio. Today I'm going to introduce the famous movie, The Eternal Zero. Introduction. The Eternal Zero, A Yen no Zero, is a Japanese war drama film directed by Takashi Yamazaki, released in 2013. The film is based on the best-selling novel, The Eternal Zero, by Naoki Hirkuta. It explores the life of a Japanese fighter pilot, Zero, portrayed by Junichi Okada, during World War II, particularly focusing on the events of the Pacific War and the infamous attacks on Pearl Harbor. He flew in a fighter jet, called the Type 0 carrier-based fighter. The film is set in two parallel timelines, one that takes place during the war, following the personal story of Zero, and the other set in the present day, where the protagonist's grandson, Kentaro Saeki, played by Haruma Miura, investigates the life of his grandfather, who was a legendary figure in Japan's military history. The story provides an emotional and dramatic look at the sacrifices made by soldiers, the values of honor and duty, and the personal costs of war. The Eternal Zero is notable for its portrayal of the Japanese perspective on World War II, presenting both the horrors and heroism associated with war, as well as examining the complexities of patriotism and sacrifice. Plot overview. The film begins in the present day, with Kentaro Saeki, a young man who is bar exam repeater, visiting the grave of his grandfather, whose name has become a symbol of great sacrifice in Japan. Kentaro's grandfather, Zero, was a renowned fighter pilot during World War II. While many in Japan idolize Zero for his heroic actions during the war, Kentaro wants to learn the truth about the man behind the legend. He embarks on a journey to uncover more about his grandfather's life. Kentaro's investigation leads him to uncover the memories of people who knew Zero, and through their stories, viewers learn more about Zero's life. The film flashes back to the time of World War II, where Zero is shown as a young, courageous, but somewhat unconventional fighter pilot. Zero's dedication to his country and his love for his fellow soldiers is contrasted with his reluctance to become a kamikaze pilot, a role that involved sacrificing one's life in suicidal missions to protect Japan. Zero's reluctance to die in such a manner is not born out of cowardice, but rather out of his deep love for life and his desire to protect those he loves. His personal struggles, sense of duty, and eventual decision to serve as a kamikaze pilot form the core of the film's emotional journey. The film's title, The Eternal Zero, refers to Zero's nickname, which was given to him by the media for his remarkable skills and bravery as a fighter pilot. The film contrasts Zero's heroic image with the grim realities of war and the personal costs that accompany the decisions made by soldiers. Through Kentaro's research, the film also touches on the pain and suffering experienced by the families of soldiers, as they must come to terms with the idea of loss and sacrifice. Kentaro learns that his grandfather's legacy is not just about his heroic deeds, but also about the complex moral and emotional battles he fought within himself. Key characters and their roles. Zero, Huzo Miyabi. Played by Junichi Okada, Zero is the central character of the film. He is a highly skilled fighter pilot in the Imperial Japanese Navy during World War II. Zero is known for his courage, strong sense of duty, and unwavering patriotism, but he is also deeply conflicted about the concept of the kamikaze missions that were part of Japan's wartime strategy. Zero's journey is one of self-discovery, as he grapples with the personal cost of war and the question of whether the sacrifices demanded of him are justified. Kentaro Saeki, Kentaro, played by Haruma Miura, is the grandson of Zero. His quest to uncover the truth about his grandfather's life serves as the movie's framework. Kentaro's journey is not only about learning more about Zero, but also about understanding the broader implications of war and what it means to honor one's ancestors. His personal growth is key to understanding the film's deeper themes. The other soldiers, many other soldiers in Zero's unit, including those who served with him during the war, provide critical context for understanding the harsh realities of life as a Japanese soldier during World War II. Their stories of courage, fear, and sacrifice provide additional layers to the film's exploration of duty and patriotism. Themes in The Eternal Zero. Sacrifice and duty. One of the central themes of The Eternal Zero is the concept of sacrifice. The soldiers in the film are willing to give up everything for their country and loved ones. Zero's story reflects the tragic side of duty, as he is forced to face a moral dilemma between his love for life and his sense of duty to his country. The film explores the high cost of patriotism and the personal toll that war takes on soldiers. The impact of war. The film provides a poignant portrayal of the psychological and emotional scars left by war. It highlights not only the direct physical effects of battle, but also the internal struggles faced by soldiers. The depiction of Zero's journey demonstrates the trauma that many soldiers endure, questioning whether the sacrifices made during wartime are truly worth the cost. Legacy and memory. Through Kentaro's investigation into his grandfather's life, the film examines how history is remembered and passed down through generations. It highlights the idea of legacy and the complexities of remembering heroes. Kentaro's search for the truth about Zero shows how the stories of war are often shaped by those who live through them, and how these stories impact future generations. The dual nature of patriotism. The Eternal Zero explores the complexity of patriotism. While Zero is seen as a hero by his fellow countrymen, his internal conflict reveals the duality of patriotism, the devotion to one's country versus the desire to protect one's own life and loved ones. The film shows how these conflicting emotions can drive individuals to make difficult decisions in times of war. The humanity of soldiers. The film goes beyond the image of soldiers as mere warriors, portraying them as human beings with fears, dreams, and emotions. Zero's character, in particular, is shown as someone who values life and struggles with the idea of self-sacrifice. The film challenges the traditional heroic narrative, giving voice to the human side of soldiers caught in the turmoil of war. Critical reception. The Eternal Zero was well received by both audiences and critics in Japan. The film was praised for its emotional depth and the performances of the cast, particularly Junichi Okada's portrayal of Zero. The film's exploration of the human side of war and its portrayal of the emotional struggles of soldiers resonated with many viewers. While the film's depiction of war and patriotism may have been controversial for some, it was praised for sparking discussions about Japan's role in World War II and the legacy of wartime soldiers. The movie's combination of historical events with a deeply personal story made it a compelling and thought-provoking experience. Conclusion. The Eternal Zero is a deeply moving film that examines the personal and emotional costs of war. It tells the story of a soldier who grapples with duty, sacrifice, and the desire to protect his loved ones. Through the parallel timelines of Kentaro's investigation and Zero's wartime experiences, the film explores the themes of legacy, patriotism, and the humanity of soldiers. With its powerful performances, emotional depth, and exploration of difficult themes, The Eternal Zero stands as a poignant tribute to the sacrifices made by those who fought in World War II. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.